Oh, so all that for nothing. Oh, they didn't find anything. Sherlock Holmes isn't a nice man, is he? I don't think I like him now.
Look what I found.
Don't do that. We don't like him, but you shouldn't hit him like that.
Give that back. It's only a doll.
This is Sherlock Holmes's attic. All this must have belonged to him. I want to know what happens next. Keep reading.
3 trails and 2 dead ends. The poor nephew is dead, but Baines has the bishop's murderers. The only one left is the rat killer. Have you questioned him?
No.
May I ask when you're going to do it?
When I have found him.
What? You're not trying to tell me that he's escaped again?
Yes, but this time it's not your fault, nor mine for that matter.
You've been using me, Holmes. I unwittingly aided one of the most dangerous criminals in the kingdom to escape. So please tell me why.
An explanation would be futile. It would only lead to further pointless questions.
But do you have even the slightest notion as to where he might be hiding?
Forget Hans Schielmann for the moment, Watson. Just concentrate on the fact that the bishop is on the chessboard.
In any case, the news has spread like wildfire. Look at the headlines. All the papers are talking about it. And the Globe Explorer, their editors must be jumping for joy.
Let the dogs bark with the pack, Watson.
But how could Farley be so well informed? Look, he also mentions our visit to the opium den, and in great detail. How did he know?
Let me see. Contrary to what you might think, Watson, I do not consider that all of our trails have led to dead ends. We're simply missing a common denominator, something that links them together. And our journalist's mystery informer might just be that missing link.
Should we attempt to uncover his identity?
It is essential that we do so. Let us examine the map. We must talk to Mr. Farley.
I would just like to take a moment here to point out that I did not, in fact, inject a syringe from his arm. If you watch the video, Holmes pretty clearly, stabs him in the throat with it. So, Farley getting the facts wrong. Just saying. And so if you'd like to read that newspaper, you are free to do so, to pause it on the things as usual. Well, if it isn't the dog murderer, Toby, well, not a murderer of dogs, but a dog who murdered a man by pushing him into molten steel.
You have been a great help, dear Toby. I'll ask Mrs. Hudson to send you up some fine giblets.
You've been a great help pushing that man into that lava, Toby. Have some giblets. Watson, if you made a man, melt and burn to death, maybe I'd give you some giblets, but that's not the case. So I guess we're going to track down Farley. It has been a little while since I've played this game, and I am currently recording deep in the throes of Hurricane Sandy, which is actually that's not super true. I mean, I'm kind of in the area, but it hasn't really affected me too badly yet.
Here we are at Farley's office. One cannot say that ethics play a very large role in his life. Look at the headlines pinned to the walls, like trophies of bad taste. Perhaps we will finally begin to understand the reasons for his persistence in tarnishing your reputation.
Perhaps.
Freeze frame. On Watson eyeing Holmes suspiciously. Okay.
Coffee. It's still hot.
Are you implying something, Watson? You want some hot coffee? If I know what you mean. Wink.
I cannot leave now.
Oh, that's the exit. Never mind.
This is an electric box. Interesting.
Is it, though? Is that really interesting? Let's take a look at some of these headlines. We got Daily Scandal, True Gossip. The Daily Scandal here is that his beard is just too awesome. Extra, extra, man has really sweet beard! Oh well, his jacket's still here, might as well rummage through his pockets.
Cigarettes, an ordinary, inexpensive brand.
Might as well steal his cigarettes! Why not? It's too bad I can't cut his buttons off. I don't have a scissor mini game. This one. Oh! Yes, more pocket rummaging.
A press card. Osmund Farley. It's his overcoat.
Okay, is that everything? I think so.
This door is locked. Is Farley afraid of being interrupted suddenly?
I must go out for a while, Miss Jean. I won't be long. Ask my appointments to wait, and send this message as a matter of urgency.
Mr. Osmond Farley, I presume.
Messrs. Holmes and Watson. What a surprise.
What is there so surprising about being visited by the targets of your slander?
I never slander. I inform.
You will have to accept the consequences of these articles, Mr. Farley.
Those words sound like a threat, Mr. Holmes.
I never threaten. I merely warn.
You don't frighten me, Mr. Holmes. I know all of your little secrets. And soon all of London will find out what really hides behind the facade of the impeccable detective. Thanks to my work, the whole world will discover the true Sherlock Holmes. Gentlemen, I don't wish you a good day.
Oh, wow. Sick burn, bro.
What a bore! Even to the point of refusing to shake our hands.
Which means that we can avoid having to wash them. Did you notice the crumbs on his jacket? He had just finished eating and his hands will be covered in grease, the same as his mouth.
Slovenly habits. That's quite disgusting, Holmes.
Do not be deceived, Watson. The workmanship in those tailor-made clothes indicate that he is a man who takes pride in his appearance. If Farley has left without brushing off his jacket or washing his hands, then it is because he spotted our approach and wished to avoid us at all costs.
But why?
We will find out by searching his office.
The secretary will stop you. Please reassure me, Holmes, you don't intend upon knocking her out?
Only if we exhaust every other viable alternative.
I think they're all exhausted. Watson, you still got your revolver, right? No, I'm kidding. We're not gonna shoot her. I'm just joking. Probably.
The secretary is occupied in sending a telegram via their electric telegraph. Farley asked that she should do so before he left.
We must find a way of interrupting the transmission, which will oblige her to go to the telegraph office in Kensington. It will take her some time to get there, and if we add on the time it takes to send the telegram and then return here, we should have ample time to search the office without being disturbed.
I suppose it's unnecessary to point out the illegality of this search?
I'm afraid so.
Okay. So I assume I'm going to do something with the electric box. I guess I'll just jam my knife in there. Why not? That sounds safe.
This is an electric box. Interesting. I need a tool to remove the lid.
Oh, well, turns out that wasn't the best tool. Oh, what am I... Oh, the hanger.
This hanger has a large iron hook.
Okay, I thought for a second I was gonna take the entire hat rack. Just wail on it, why not?
I can hear an electrical humming. The secretary is using the electricity supplied by this switch. Let us see if I can cause a short circuit.
Let's get Watson to do this puzzle maybe, because I don't want to get electrocuted, but if he does, well, that's just fine.
Let us see if I can cause a short circuit.
Well, I'm guessing I have to have all these ends connected. So this one has to go that way, this one has to go that way. Well, here we go. Nope, that's not gonna work. Okay. Okay. Listen to these humming sound effects. This immersion is great. Alright, so we got that side. I feel like I'm really trying to break into this old lady's office. Oh yeah, we got this in the bag. Yo, check it.
There we are. It is simplicity itself.
Oh, that's just too bad.
Get out quickly, Watson. I'm going to hide here.
Wow, great hiding place.
The way is clear.
Also, she's not even gonna... She didn't even react to the fact that this was open. Like, I know she doesn't have any power or anything, but still. Oh, brother. Worst secretary ever. Doesn't even look behind the door to see if there are any intruders.
Let's go, Watson.
Yes, I just got a medal. For inconveniencing this old lady. For making her workday that much more difficult. I gladly accept.
A page of this notebook has been torn out. We can only see the title in shorthand and today's date. It's a message that the secretary must send urgently. I'm going to recopy it.
You can read shorthand? You never cease to amaze me. Were you a secretary before becoming the great Sher?
Perhaps. But no, a man must have his secrets.
What's interesting is that Watson genuinely does seem amazed by that fact. You can read shorthand? This is crazy, Holmes! Anyway, turns out the note was about us. After the visit from... That's it. Let's just take a look at this beautiful mug. I guess not.
A makeup case with a good brush.
Yeah, it is a very nice brush, I must admit.
The ribbon is missing from this machine.
Like, I don't even think that brush is going to be used to solve a puzzle. I just want it. Is this a thing? More questionable stains. That is just lovely.
I must look more attentively.
Oh, never mind. Gotta take a magnifying glass to these stains. Gotta take the black light or something.
I can make out the marks, but I need something to bring them to light.
Look like I might have said call.
I must look more attentively.
I think I need something else. Maybe some powder or ink. I don't know. Yeah, there's still more stuff to do with that. Oh, gonna rummage through some garbage, just like a detective should.
The secretary has just changed the typewriter ribbon. There are smudges of dark blue ink.
Okay, and I'm guessing the telegram she was sending out is gonna be important.
Here is Farley's secretary's telegram.
Nope.
Nothing special here.
Never mind, nothing special about it at all. It's a nice painting here of just guys in suits looking bored as hell. It's very nice. Good job destroying the letter. Man's true schemes and Machiavellianism. Fantastic.
This paper only just escaped the flames.
But who is this note about? And who wrote it?
I will deal with it later.
Oh man, what a babe. Anyway, there's like a book on the floor or something, but a babe. Oh, no. Back to the mystery.
This book has fallen down from the shelf.
The Adventures of Sherlock Holmes. My word, it's my stories about your investigations.
A real investigative reporter must have read them, my dear Watson.
This game is getting awfully meta all of a sudden. Also, it's not your stories, Watson. It's Arthur Conan Doyle's, okay? I can clearly see the author's name here. Don't even try to lie to me.
My adventures have fallen from this shelf.
Is that like a metaphor or something? His adventures have fallen. Sherlock Holmes has fallen into, I don't know, sort of a sad state, being accused of all sorts of misdeeds.
Someone closed the curtain, as though he wanted to maintain his privacy. This cabinet has a lot of drawers, each marked with a letter. There is surely a great deal of information in them.
But we can't open all of them. We must know what we are looking for.
S for Sherlock. Yes, gonna take some sweet keys.
A bunch of keys.
Don't mind
A
if I do.
telephone. A technological marvel. A number was written next to it quite recently. A fine, educated hand.
Holmes, this number seems very familiar.
Yes, but let us dial it to be sure.
Let's star 69 this bitch.
Miss, get me 1313, please. It is Scotland Yard, of course. I'm beginning to understand.
Lucky you.
Man, the number to Scotland Yard sure is hard to remember. Let me just... Oops. Let me, like, write it down and tape it to this table here, because 1313, whoa. Never gonna remember that. Good luck. I gotta loop around the desk. Watson, do you like obstructing justice? Also, I don't think I can... well, that's it. Mystery's over. We've been foiled again. Can I... Holy shit, I can't, like, cancel it. Oh my god! Okay. Okay, we're okay. God damn it, Watson, I hate you.
This ashtray is worth examining.
Okay, so I'm gonna take the ashes.
This ash comes from an ordinary, well-known brand of cigarettes. It is still warm. This cigar is of a fine quality. It must be very expensive and difficult to obtain.
And it is not even finished. What a waste.
The cigar end is still hot. Farley was not alone when we arrived at his secretary's office.
You are thinking of the owner of the cigar.
Yes, the reporter smokes ordinary cigarettes. Can you smell the subtle scent of gingerbread? That is the characteristic odor of a Habano Clarissimo. Our mysterious visitor is a rich man, Watson. This category of Havanas is exorbitant, and I cannot imagine a cigar lover crushing out such a marvelous smoke before finishing it. Since we saw no one leaving the building, that must point to a secret exit somewhere.
How are we going to find it?
By retracing Farley's steps from the moment before we arrived. Look, this room is teeming with clues.
His sequence of actions just before the arrival. Oh, looks like I still need... Okay, well, I still need to do something with this thing, because I wasn't able to pick a number for that.
This armchair is out of place.
Whoa, more things to deduce. This is great.
Judging from all the notes on the board, our reporter is an assiduous and organized worker. A horrible story, and rather a strange one.
What the hell? Looks like the guy who was writing this had a stroke or something. Good lord. Interesting. Collective strain of madness. Sounds like they were dosed. Wait, what did it say? Clear vegetable soup. Okay.
Here's what is strange. An attack of collective insanity.
No. Kind of an awkward photo of the prince.
A photograph of Prince Woodville. Farley is evidently also interested in this affair.
I think that is everything. My home sense is not detecting anything else. Okay.
Our man left his sandwich unfinished.
It's important, Watson. Write it down in your notebook, please. Alright, and before I go back to the deduction board, let's dust this stuff. Oh, okay. Let's dust this off.
I
Bam,
understand
there we
what
go.
you want to do. It's an old trick.
Watson, don't even... Just shut up.
I can see what has been written. Please write it down.
Very well, Holmes.
Elements bio D through F, so let's go back to the cabinets. Look up D through F. And then we'll have all we need to deduce.
I wonder which drawer the secretary...
Ugh, Holmes, shut up.
The DF drawer. Of course. The one in the message that we deciphered from the secretary's desk blotter. Closed.
Closed. Do I need something? Can I use my knife?
No, I can't do...
Can't do that. Keys. Oh, right. Kind of forgot I picked those up.
The DF drawer. There are a lot of cards. How to find the right one? No, I can't do that. No, I can't. No, I can't. No, it is...
Just choose one
No,
randomly?
I can't. No. These blue stains come from an old typewriter ribbon. This card has been removed recently. This card has got grease marks on it. The reporter made them. Apparently, he's making inquiries about Prince Woodville, too.
But where do you come into all this? Look, if we pull the curtain a little, we can see out into the street.
Okay, I think I have everything I need to deduce. Watson, now is your time to shine. Let's see if your deduction board is going to be helpful. That's right. So, I pretty much have this wrapped up, but oh, this was so annoying. I didn't know that the door was an option here. I was trying to figure it out because I was like, there are 6 things to choose from, but I only have 5 here, and it turns out that the door is one. So I have 3 of them all set, 6, and 5 is the last one. Or, yeah, you know what I mean. 4 is that smoked cigar that sat opposite the journalist. This is going to be number 1 that I think he saw Holmes push the door when he ran, and there we go.
Farley consulted a card while he ate, which was given to him by his secretary just before she changed the ribbon on her typewriter. The reporter's greasy fingerprints are all over the card. When he went to file it away, he glanced automatically out of the window and saw us in the street.
He closed the filing cabinet and rushed to lock his office door. In his haste, he pushed his chair aside, but didn't think to return it to its place.
Precisely. He then hurried to tell his visitor of our arrival and showed him the way out. He then threw a piece of paper into the fireplace.
But we still don't know how the cigar-smoking visitor departed.
The answer lies in the direction the reporter took, Watson. At a certain moment, he would have been in a place where he had no logical reason to be. Look at our deduction board, and then let us go to the place where the reporter should not be.
Oh, more deducing. That was such an obnoxious puzzle. They put a bubble around all the other ones, and then the door is just, like, kind of has an outline to it. Ugh. Watson, I, for one, am kind of sick of deducing at the moment. Can I just let him do it? Is there another one? I mean, what am I...
Look at our deduction board. Perhaps not, Watson.
Oh, I am using this thing again? Wait.
Perhaps not, Watson.
Oh, I see.
Perhaps, perhaps, perfect.
Perfect. Just kind of guess each one until you get it. Just gonna brute force your way through the puzzle.
Yes, Watson. In his
Perfect.
haste, Farley dropped this book, taking it from the shelf.
Let's search this place.
Is there gonna be a sweet book lever? Just gotta pull the book back.
There's a control
Secret door is gonna
built
open up.
into the filing cabinet. This box must open the secret door.
We don't know the combination, Holmes.
The answer is perhaps within the question, my dear fellow.
I am not in the mood for puzzles, guys. I'm not gonna lie. Okay.
That's not right.
I have to press it when I'm all set. Okay, here we go. So I can't move these. 4DG or 4D10G10X. Okay. That's great. Alright, well, it looks like we have number, then letter, then number, then letter. It's probably gonna be like that. Oh man, I should get more pumped! This is a mystery! Alright, so 4. D is the fourth letter. So 10. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, J. But then what is it? Am I going with 16? Is that gonna be the... Is there... See, is that like 4... Or is that plus 6? Because it looks like that... I'm gonna guess that means plus 6. E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, P! Did I get it right?
There we are. It is simplicity itself. Let us go and look at this secret exit, Watson.
Yes, a sweet hat! I feel like if you're gonna have a... I don't know, some kind of safe... Or, well, it's not a safe, but if you're gonna have some kind of contraption that's gonna lead to a secret room, don't like scratch plus 6 into it. I mean, this reporter is kind of mindless, kind of forgetful. Well, I'm never gonna remember the number to Scotland Yard, so let's write it down and leave it for everyone to see. Why not?
Chance has smiled upon us, Watson. This hat was almost certainly abandoned by our mysterious visitor. Imagine the scene. In his hurry, the cigar man drops his top hat. The door closes. The hat is caught beneath it. Fearing above all that he should be discovered, he does not attempt to retrieve it, instead preferring to flee.
Who would take such action to avoid meeting us?
I cannot tell as yet, but it is certain that he carries the advantage of knowing us. We must discover his identity in order to redress the balance, and this hat will help us. Let us return to Baker Street.
Oh, good. I thought it wasn't going to let me look in here first. I was going to say that you can't... Oh, well, I can't move anyways. Ah, foiled again! He put a toolbox in front of us! Well, there's the door anyways. Looks like there's nothing important. Well, this certainly was fun sleuthing. I took so much time on that puzzle, it wasn't even that hard! Anyway, let's... Oh, yeah. I think I can just... I mean, I'm right by the door, but... To Baker Street! Nope, never mind. Oh, wait, nope, yep. Never mind that never mind. To Baker Street! Oh, boy. I'm sorry.